G'day, welcome back to Down Under Projects. 2021, who'd have thought, hey? Last year just flew by. Anyway, where are we at with the fishing boat? Well, all these things on this list here are done. I put that list up in mid-November 2020. We've pretty much done it all. We've finished the hatches, we've strengthened the foam core, strengthened the deck, cleaned out the cabin. Yep. Renaming was the last video. You would have seen the renaming ceremony. I was going to build an awning for the back of it, but at this stage I've just ended up going with a 2.4 metre gazebo or quick shade, just a portable thing that you'd buy for camping, and surprisingly it works really well. So we'll just go with that for a year or so and see how we go. We've got rid of the brown stripe and painted that white and put the rego numbers on. The new name sticker is on. Of course, you've got to notify the authority that you changed the name. That's been done. It didn't cost anything. You just got to tell them and they make the appropriate changes. And so today I'll just service the engine so that we've got a bit of reliability for when we get down there and for the delivery, to be precise. So not a massive job. So just draining of the existing oil and taking the existing oil filter off, and that all goes off to the tip for recycling. New oil filter, new oil, new primary and secondary fuel filters, new fan belt will go on. I'll check the raw water sea strainer. I know the raw water pump impeller is in good order because I've serviced that. So that's that ash that I've been talking about, or everyone's been talking about. So it's not this larger ash and debris that's the issue, it's the stuff that gets through and gets into your impeller. But I've been lucky so far, so we'll give this a clean out and see how we go. So that's cleaned up quite nicely, so we can throw that back in. That's a start. I think we better get that cleaned out first, don't you? So this is the way you get that last of the floating stuff off. You just fill it up till it overflows, which is not ideal, but at least, you know, I got most of it out and then just flushed the last out with a bit of water so it overflows. Now it's fully primed, ready to go. Just got to put the lid back on. Righto. Tighten her up. We know she's full of water, primed, ready to go. And clean. Put the header tank back on. I'll check that at some stage. Right, it's okay at the expansion tank, but is it okay in there? We'll have a look in a minute. So this is the fiddly bit topping it up, I can tell you that much, but hopefully, if I can get this off, we can have a look with the camera. Come on. Got him. Okay, so what's it looking like in there? Well, hello, happy days. That looks pretty good to me. All right, leave that. Nice and tight. Yep. Okay. Oil filler. That's going to be fun too. I'll probably use a funnel with a hose coming back into there. Or I might even go through the filler pipe. So I've put this under here just to see if it'll fit, and it does, but I don't know if I'll be able to use it because I've got to run this so it gets warm to get the oil out, and then when I stick this thing under it, it's touching, it could melt through. So I'll give that some thought too, work out a way around that. I'm not doing it today because there's so much junk in the water, the boat's washing around. I've just cleaned this out, I don't want to suck any more crap in there. But I can probably do this fuel filter, and I don't know if I brought this one down, but I think I have. So let's have a go at this fuel filter. There's a stop valve there, down low, and then it's going to be a bit messy. I'll see if we can catch it in that drum. And if anything, it's going to be pretty tight, pretty awkward, but I'll try and get the sensor off. Got the new bit here, and we'll see how we go. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Oh yeah, that's all right. Now let's see how much junk falls out. Should fall straight into there, and if I undo that, I should capture it all. Fingers crossed. Got most of it into the drum. Yeah, cool. How good are these? So just get the existing one and just play around till you find something that fits. Got it. That's it. Caught almost all of that diesel in the drum below, and I'll just have to mop up the rest by hand. Okay, so let's throw a bit of diesel on the O-ring to lube it up a bit. Make sure sometimes there's other O-rings up the top there and stuff, but nothing's got caught or stuck up there, so this should just go straight on. You don't want to cross your threads when you're doing this sort of stuff, so you just take your time, get comfortable with it. Okay. Maybe half a turn. Feels good to me. And we're nearly done. Get everything a good old wipe over, make sure you don't have diesel residue anywhere. Whack your sensor back on, your water sensor. Make sure it's all clean and tidy. And away you go. I always sort of put a pre-twist in it so that as I do it up, I'm not doing anything bad to it. And we're on. Okay, so my battery's charged again. Pretty sure we got all the footage of me swapping this over. It's still empty, there's no fuel in that at the moment. And now we've got this one off, and I've just gone off and got a new filter, and it's got new O-rings. Cleaned the bowl. So let's pull this out, replace a few washers and bits and pieces, and then prime the fuel system back up. Same size, lube it up. Okay, so that's on. Now we just have to fill it with fuel. Fuel on. Geez, it'd be nice if it just filled that up by itself, but it's not going to. So, start priming. Hopefully, we've got no air leaks, but if we have, now's the time to find out. So as I pump on the priming bulb up the top, we're getting diesel in here. So far, no leaks. And it's slowly filling up. So I'll just keep doing this as long as we don't get any leaks. We'll fill up this filter. So we can assume that maybe it's halfway up this bowl now, and it's going to come up slowly but surely and fill up the other filter. Where's that? Zoom out maybe. Up the top here, so I'll just keep going. Okay, that's getting really hard to push, so I'm assuming that we're there. Oh, there we go. So you can't overfill a diesel, it'll just go back through the return lines. So I just keep going. You don't want to introduce air into the system, but I reckon that's good. That's it. I can hardly push that down. Okay, fuel filters are done. No leaks, but I will come back and check it. I'll leave it overnight before I start it. Check these for leaks. But I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that's a pretty good day. We've cleaned this, and I know I got clean raw water going into my raw water pump, which is on the other side here. I know that it's been rebuilt with a brand new impeller, so that's good. Got a brand new fan alternator belt, 2 brand new fuel filters. The diesel tank has been inspected, drained, and 200 litres of new diesel with an additive is in the system, so I know my fuel system should be good. I've inspected the cooling system. I've pulled the tube nest, heat exchanger tube nest out and inspected that. It's all pretty good. My coolant is at a good level. Checked my auto bilge pump, cleaned the bilge and tested it, and it works. So So all in all, that's a pretty good day. The only thing I haven't been able to do today is the oil change, just because the water quality outside's not great and I don't want to start dragging, you know, water with mulch and stuff, and ash and whatever else in through the system. So I'll just leave that for another day. That'll be an easy job. Clean up. I've collected the diesel when I've changed the filters. I was able to use this to catch all the diesel, and any residue that sort of got into the bilge I've mopped up with sponges. So when I come back down tomorrow, if I see a puddle here or something here, I will be able to determine that I've done something wrong and I need to fix it. Just been running the engine while I just gave the water line a bit of a scrub. Running the engine, just getting it up to temperature. It should be able to come up a tiny bit more, so I've just upped the revs. And then it'll be time to do the oil change. So I've managed to slide my little drip tray in under the sump plug, which is just there. And I should be able to just undo that. That'll drain out and then along down into that back corner there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hole, and then I just slide that back out that way, put the cap back on it, and it's all contained. Fingers crossed. We'll see how we go. Bit of oil coming out already. Oh, come on, you tight little. Boats, eh? It's probably a better way to do it, but at least this way I'm catching all the oil. So you can see there, that's the level of the oil that's been taken out. And the way I'm going to refill it is crack this tap into this funnel to run down and along and into there, and then just check it regularly. So I'll get that happening.